It took altogether 3 weeks when we flew from Paris to Baghdad, and we exited Baghdad 3 weeks after. But the thing which is for us was very interesting is to cross over all the country from the north to the south, because we are just following regular units of these militias, whatever you call it, paramilitaries from the Shiite paramilitaries in Iraq. We use some tanks.
Yes.
Anything we could use, like the usual vehicles, used by the military, because this country is actually still at war. So sometimes we jumped on tanks, on the front line. Sometimes we are forward drive with machine guns behind. You were on a Humvee, for miles and miles.
It's a lot of connections, there is 2-3 parts in this militia, the communication parts and the political part and the soldier or army part, with the Cyril we have a lot of contacts in the same time.
The very, very difficult thing was to convince them from the very beginning. This is what you did for a few months before that, and then every day we had to start again and again and again to convince them. Yes, trust us. We just want to show what you do, and you did liberate Iraq.
The deal it was, we are journalists, independent journalists, and we are there for doing our work. So we haven't the obligation to let them see or control our works. If they did that, the situation was clear. If they did that, there is no way we go back to Paris. We have the habitude to hear that there is a lot of explosion and a lot of problem in Baghdad, and the other side was safe, like Basra, because there's all the people there, they are Shia, so they haven't a problem there. So when we were in Basra, we were surprised that Basra it's not safe at all.
My own feeling was in the north, the west, the central Iraq was just recovered and liberated by the Iraqi forces and the al-Shabi, was that the country, it's a huge portion of the country which is in a world decay. It's like a decomposed body. Well, I think, but the very fact that we were just embedded with the Shia militias, whatever you call them, but it was really very much it was filmed and broadcast by the Iranian TV or the local Shia broadcast TV, So it has been a long time of investigation to spend a lot of time to convince them, and I do think it was the only thing you did by investigating that.
I agree with him.